Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky SC. In the last episode we finally made it to Zeiss, we finally moved on with the plot, and already the place is falling apart. We got hit by an earthquake, and apparently these are very localized earthquakes which suggests foul play. It would be easy to say, Professor Russell, what are you up to? But let's be fair, with the robots around, it's probably their doing and it's probably a lot more severe than we think it's going to be about. So anyway, we checked these. Well that explains the little bit of text I saw about ask Kalika about the stolen sign. Someone has stolen the branch office sign. We're currently investigating its whereabouts. Grace is able to cooperate with the investigation now to contact branch receptionist Kalika. Please ask about the sign. Oh, that's a short term though. 2. Bracer Estelle Bright. At least in Fortress we are holding a short-term special training program. As such, we'd like to ask the winners of the martial arts competition to participate. If you're able to join, report immediately to Lacing Fortress. New Model Orbital Gun Test. Recruiting testers for a new gun. Read over the requirements below, then please come to me. Test details will be explained in the workshop on the 3rd floor of the central factory. We need experience with orbital guns, skill and confidence with shooting, no particular preference in weapon maker. Gee, I wonder which party member that'll be for. Caldia Tunnel Monster. A dangerous monster, whale frog, has been sighted in the Caldia Tunnel. Weren't whale frogs, I think we ran into whale frogs underneath the Royal City, Gransel, so how'd he get over here? Items of note. Reptilian monster with a poison tongue, will call offspring, so we need AoE and we need anti-poison. And the Trap Plains monster. The man trap has been sighted on Trap Plains. Causes a variety of abnormal statuses with its gases. Oh, so variety means that there's no one thing that we can use against it. We'll probably want Curia, and as many status protections on our healer Chloe. Seems you had a look at the bulletin board. Will you help out with the investigation too? Yeah, that's the idea. So by the sign, do you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch? Yes, that sign was stolen. There's no particular problem as is, but the emblem is the symbol of the guild's mission and duty. With that stolen, we can't just sit quietly. I see. Yeah, kinda hard to ignore that. Really, it looks like someone doesn't think much of us. So what's the series of events? It was discovered yesterday around noon by Branch Bracer Wong. When he came back to report, he realized the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. I was away at the time on other business, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. It seemed the criminal was a person in disguise. Disguise? How'd you know that they were in disguise if they were in disguise? Usually the point of a disguise is to make sure people don't know it's you and think it's someone else. Estelle? Could it be... No way! Wait, Phantom Thief B? Seems you have a suspicion. So, how about this? Beauteous Princess and her companions. Oh. Yep, it's Phantom Thief B. Never mind. The soul of gathered heroes is in my hands. Should you desire its release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of the 40-year-old man. This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the content, I assume it's declaring responsibility for the crime. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Shirazad. It seems it is certain. I knew it, it's him. By him, I assume you mean Phantom Thief Bleu Blanc? I have heard about the events in Rouen from Jean. I suppose this case marks a challenge from Phantom Thief B. Interesting. It is a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course I shall accept. I don't know, it seems one-sided, yeah? True, it is a very selfish challenge. We have to accept it, though. Anyway, let's start our investigation with what the card says. Let's see, the card's words, in this city, and the back of the 40-year-old man, huh? If we take it straight as is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy. Certainly looking at it in a literal sense it would mean that, but I think I already know where to look for this. First step at least. After the case at the school, I think it's clear that it won't be so straightforward. Those messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this one is too. Well, who knows. There's no point in worrying about it though. Let's start investigating in the city. Where's my guide? I just want to make sure that I'm not invalidating anything. Okay, yeah, we just jumped straight into it. Yeah, yes, I think that's the only real option. Well then, I'll expect good results. Leave it to us. Let's be off. So first of all, we stop by the bar for food. That's not the bar. That's the bar. Fruit Kingdom. Tomato sandwich. Ooh! It has acerbic tomato in it. And it's stupid expensive, but it is a CP restore. And foul magna roast. Crispy outside, juicy inside. Alright, we have food. Now, if memory serves, in the previous game, there were people messing about with this clock. Ah! Holy crap! Did you find something? Yeah, you could say that. There's no doubt about it. That's his card. So what's written on it? One sec. Beauteous princess and her companions, that which you seek is yet far off. Your second key is in the central factory. Search within the wisest one. And that's it for our next hint. I see, our next stop is in the central factory. Yeah, we know the place, but who do you think this wisest one is? It's not Professor Russell, right? Whoever it is, we know where our next clue can be found at least. Let's go and see what we can find. Let's be off. Yeah, let's go. I think I might actually know which one this is as well. It depends on whether they put it back in place. Up this way is the central factory, huh? First, let's go check in at the professor's place. Faye. It's in the southwest part of town. Don't you want to solve the missing sign? Guys? Okay, are we completely locked off? Yep. Before we leave town, we need to talk to Tita and the professor. Let's stop by Russell's factory. We tried stopping by the factory. You wouldn't let me. If you want to mean Russell's house, then go say... You should say Russell's house. Oh well. Russell, home and factory. Huh. Are Professor Russell and Tita even in? From what I know of Professor Russell, it wouldn't surprise me if he's at the central factory. Grandpa, the second floor's cleaned up. Thank you, Tita. Could you organize the parts next? Okay. I don't think we have to worry about finding them. Come on then. Working hard, Tita. Huh? Oh, Shira! Hi, what brings you here? Wait, I remember you. Cassius Bright's apprentice, right? It's been a while, you two. It's really been a bit of a mess in here. Is it because of the earthquake? Oh yeah, sorry. Hi everyone! Huh? I could see Agate being important for so many more of the cutscenes that we see him in compared to Shira, who has to be caught up on a lot. I can see that, but also we're so far in, I'm not even considering resetting to do it. What I'm actually planning on doing is I'm going to start a New Game Plus run with all my stuff intact so I can just motor through all my opponents and see all the extra dialogue. Plus, if there's any special changes, then if you're too impatient, you can always go watch Nico B. Sorry I haven't been in touch. Estelle, hello. Estelle! Tita, it's really you. I thought you were gone forever. Wait, hang on, gone forever? I'd never do that. But I heard Joshua ran away. Then you left the country. Thought I was never gonna see you again. Tita, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left without saying anything. As I recall, Cassius sent you off to that bracer school in Lemon, didn't he? When did you get home? I got back just a little while ago. I was working long after getting back. I only just arrived in Zace. I see. Well, welcome back. Ah, wait, the two of you. Hello, Professor. Tita. I'm sorry I've been out of touch as well. Hello, pardon your intrusion, good sir. Chloe, Olivia, everyone's here. This is wonderful. They're helping us with our investigation. A lot of stuff happened in Rouen. Well, let's get comfortable and hear the story, eh? Come, I'll show you to the living room. What, you're not going to rope us into your experiment again and ask Estelle to make you a sandwich? I guess even the old man can have character development. So the true force behind the coup is on the move again. And they had another gospel with them? Troubling. A holographic projector that can show an image all the way across a region? How's that even possible? Well, the concept of a projected holograph is nothing new. I've been kicking around ideas for pulling it off myself even. But a device that can project a lifelike three-dimensional image great distances away from its origin point? I can scarcely even imagine the physics behind such a thing. You know, they did actually bring up how Joshua was continuously being approached and having his memories wiped of being approached in the first place. It's not likely, but it is possible they might have been doing something similar with Professor Russell by having him work on all their stuff and then removing his memories of it. But it would be rather tricky to keep that under control. It would be rather tricky to keep that under wraps when you've got a city like this. He's not out of the way like the Bright Farm is. He's right next to the main road. People would notice if strange persons that Professor Russell doesn't remember kept going and toing. And even if it would be in character for him to forget people, Tita would have noticed definitely. That weirdo he fought said something about an experiment with a new gospel. It did seem bigger than the one from before, but it didn't stop our augments. Say, on that note, how's the gospel we captured a while ago? Have you made any progress in analysing it? About that. The more I investigate that little enigma, the stranger it gets. Stranger? Yes, let me start at the end, actually. I'm convinced the orbal shutdown phenomenon is not a function of the device itself. What? But the black augments stopped all other augments dead in their tracks. We've seen it, Professor. Yeah, but I think that's just a side effect. What he's saying is that it's a side effect, it wasn't the intended function. We've seen augments stop in his presence. That isn't quite the same thing, milady. No matter how I look at it, the quartz in the device simply cannot actually do that. It certainly warp orbal fields, oh how it can do that, but suppress them? No. Warp orbal fields? Oh, orbal field refers to the electromagnetic field generated by an individual orbal device. With normal augments, you can describe an orbal field by drawing its field lines. Those follow very specific rules. When Grandpa tested the gospel, his field didn't obey those rules at all. What, you're not going to hit us with a wall of text like you did when we asked you about the lamps? This is going a little above my pretty little head, I'm afraid. Yeah, afraid not much is registering. In layman's terms, it's a warped orbital field that doesn't obey the laws of such things as we understand them. Regardless of that though, ultimately, an orbital field amounts to nothing more than orbital energy in an area. Unless you were able to apply very specific directions and purpose to them, you shouldn't get the orbital shutdown phenomenon effect regardless. To be honest, I've been at least stuck on this, but with your report of this holographic business, I may have an idea. Thank you for letting me know! Well, I'm not sure how that was useful, but you're welcome. The Royal Army has custody of the device the Ouroboros agent used. I'm sure they'll let you have a look at it if you contact them. I may just do that. Speaking of which, what are you going to be up to now? Will you be working in Zace for a while? Oh yeah, about that. Estelle explained the situation concerning the Guild's request to investigate the earthquakes. So Kilika thinks the earthquakes... Well, it is true that earthquakes are rather rare here in Liberal. She is correct about the earthquake at the Wolf Fort. 3 days ago. I think Miss Kilika is right. I don't remember Zace getting any tremors at all. That is kinda weird. Well, it's a natural phenomenon, so I kinda doubt the society is involved. It's still pretty weird though, and we'd like to figure out what's going on. Indeed, earthquakes. I wonder if it would be useful. Huh? Let me guess, Professor. You have an old invention in the toolbox which might help. I do have something in mind. But then how do we... Wait, transmit that data back here and then hook it into the Capel? Of course! Ha! Yes, it did work perfectly! Professor Russell, could you keep the rest of us in the loop? Don't worry, I need to check a few things regardless before we start. I mean, Estelle, you've already established that you don't get his technical jargon. I'd recommend heading to Wolf Fort and learn from them what happened. I'll see about preparing you a little something useful for when you get back. Well, I definitely won't say no, but what little something are we talking about? That is spoil the surprise, just you wait. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to the central factory. Just have to browbeat Murdoch into going along. Tita, would you mind helping out your old grandpa? Maybe? Still, I'm sorry. We'll finally meet again after so long. It's okay, don't worry. I'm just happy I got to see you again. We'll be in Zace for a good long time, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to spend some time together. Estelle! Yeah, I can't wait! I'm sorry we couldn't give you much of a welcome. Don't worry, Tita. We'll stop by again if the chance comes up, Tita. Perhaps on that day I too can be greeted with such moist, welcoming eyes. And on that day you'll have 2 black eyes. Anyway, see you later. We'll contact the guild once we're ready. Well, those two haven't changed at all. Yes, Tita hasn't lost any of her adorableness. I was having to fight the urge just to pick her up and hug her. Indeed! A lost little girl being swept up into the arms of a loving brotherly minstrel after ages of separation. Such a dramatic scene, the thought ultimately makes my heart swell. If you tried to grab her out of the blue like that, I'd have to arrest you for abduction, you nitwit. Ooh, Estelle's being quite the hypocrite, considering the discussion she had with Joshua last game about how, why can't we just take her home with us? To be honest, I understand what Shirazad means. She's the kind of girl you wish was your little sister. I envy you, Estelle. Hey, Chloe, cut it out. Don't worry, everyone will get to know her soon enough. Except for Olivia, maybe. Estelle, an arrow in my heart. All's fair in love and siblings, my dear Lenhai. Now then, let's get started on our guild business, You're right, we should. So let's make our way over to Wolf Fort while we work on those other jobs. Alright, we're about 10 minutes away from the end, and judging from the clock on my computer, we're probably going to want to stick. This is probably going to be my only recording this morning. Darn. But maybe we can check in out what I think is the wisest one, and also check in here. What do you have in new quartz? Defense 2, not bad, but I can't kind of afford it. Poison, mute. Oh, poison is worth more than mute, huh? HP, HP 2, mind, mind 2, attack, attack 2, seal. Not too bad. Evade, evade 2, but we already have a lot of evade 2, huh? Sleep, impede. Oh, impede 1 is expensive, and impede 2 is out of our price bracket. Action, action 2, oh boy. Blind, not bad. Cast, cast 2. Oh, now we can get cast 2. EP cut 1, EP cut 2, EP 1, EP 2, hit, hit 2. I really wish that shining bombs were easier to find in this game because it just feels unfair that you can't see them on the field. That's all there is to it, and the wiki is actually very uninformative about the shining bombs. I'm sure they exist, they just aren't being listed for some reason. It's the equivalent of it going BP in every level up. Meow. Oh boy, it's time to crack out the old cat to human dictionary, isn't it? Where's the computer room? Okay, here we go. I wonder if this thing has been updated at all. Wait, Bracer Guild sign is added? Okay, I was right. A metal sign removed from the Zace branch of the incompetent Bracer Guild by the genius and dashing Phantom Thief Blovon. While its financial value is insignificant, the shock to guild members is likely considerable, and reading this now must fill you with shame. I have probably said enough. I need to provide the next key. The third key is in the city. Gaze up at the three hated brothers. No, this entry will self-delete. You are recommended to commit this entry to a memo immediately. Oh, he's not kidding. Gaze up at the three hatted brothers. Okay, not three hated. Hey, this? Why the heck is something like this written in the capital? How was such a thing accomplished? I do not know, but the data appears to have been overwritten. Even for my enemy, I must say, bravo! He really is a bottomless bag of tricks. Putting that aside, you wrote that down, right? Yeah, of course. Our next stop's somewhere in the town. I believe we're searching for three-hatted brothers. It must be a metaphor of some kind. That's plenty enough to go on, thankfully. Let's head into town. Three-hatted brothers, huh? It's a good thing I wasn't writing it down or transcribing it because... whoops. Oh yeah, the sign's missing right here. So this is where the problem is. Amazing, it looks like he just lifted the crest portion. Really, what a dexterous person. Who would be three-hatted brothers then? Stain Armand Guards, Bell Station Goods, Bogle Bar, here! That didn't take long. Here, the chimneys are at different heights. Hey, don't you think this could be three-hatted brothers? All three are different heights. I see, perhaps this is what was meant by brothers. This seems to be the only building with 3 chimneys at different heights. Let's say it's possible, why don't we have a look? There was a card stuck to the chimney pipe. Alright, found it! The door has already been opened to let the souls of heroes descend into the quiet earth. Raise your voice high and chant to the goddess, C26DE! I think this next step is the last. Please let it be the last one. Still, chant to the goddess in the quiet earth of all things. The quiet earth is probably somewhere exactly what it sounds like, somewhere underground. The problem is goddess and incomprehensible part after that. Well, for now, let's go underground. There's only one place I can think of when you say underground in Zace. Yes, let's get going. That sounds like the sort of thing you enter into their automated warehouse. Which means that it's slightly concerning that he understands perfectly how to use all the stuff in the Zace Central Factory already. Hey guys. Been a while. How you been? Faye. It's been alright. How are you? Things are crazy busy here as always. And thanks to you I made up with Brahm. So I'd say my life's pretty good at the moment. You here on the job too? Yeah, basically. So there's something we'd like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Could you look at this? Estelle showed Faye the memo left by Blue Block. The quiet earth, chant to the goddess, and a text string. What about it? We think it's indicating this spot, but there are parts we don't understand. We thought we'd ask to see if you had an idea. So you think this message is about the basement factory? If that's the case then, did you think of something? Could this goddess be me? We're not too worried about that part. It's the bit below that, the number thingy. Alright. Right, this text string, C26DE. From the look of it, I say it's a product ID code. Product code? Yeah, all the things in the warehouse are organized by those codes. So as long as you know the code, we should be able to call it up using the conveyor. So could you call out this number? Sure, wanna give it a try? Please, if you would. No problem, give me 1 sec. This is Faye, got a moment? I'd like you to send item C26DE over here. Yeah, C26DE. Thanks, appreciate it. Well, you're in luck. They said they found something under that number. They're sending it out. It really was here? Seems like the person in charge over there was pretty shocked too. Now then, let's see what we get. It's probably the bracer sign, because they did say that this is the end. Looks like it's coming. The heck is that? Seems kind of familiar. Thank goodness, finally found it. Oh, isn't that the Bracer Guild? Yep. Thanks for the help. It was nothing really, but why the heck was the guild sign in our warehouse? Oh, where to even start? I'd sit down if I were you, it's a long story. Well to reclaim it. I had every confidence in you. Glad we were able to live up to your expectations. But man, this time we really got jerked around by Phantom Thief B. Yes, it feels like once again we got a good picture of just how strong he is. Perhaps that was his intention all along. He's trying to intimidate us by showing off his power, in other words. Don't know if he thought it through that far, but still. One way or the other, it's obvious he's no ordinary foe. Be sure to tread with caution. Wise words from a wise one. Yeah, this task is officially complete. With that, I'd like for you to return to your main mission. Understood. If you'll excuse me. The quest, Stolen Sign, completed! And we're just past the 30-minute mark, that's nice. So, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. Oh yeah, there were other quests we should have picked up while we were in the factory. Oh well.